Hey y'all, just wanted to make a video kind of as a follow-up to the last video, but like on the separate and opposite side of the duality that's going to be more positive and more hopeful. I think it's important to realize, in my opinion, that there's balance in all things. So when I consider what I've said in the last video, I really resonated with that message, and I really still believe in it, and I trust that that message fell upon the right eardrums, and I would say that maybe it's just like based on shame and blame and not taking responsibility for my own personal power. Also, I think it's important to realize that when we take responsibility for our own personal power, we start to see the things that we actually do want. They start to come up in our lives in magical ways, but it's really hard to get there without going to the opposite side of the duality. So if everybody worked together, instead of like being in duality separately, so unity over duality, we'd have to like transition away from this left brain, right brain kind of thinking that is training the population to be an individual. Individual qualities, individual skills, individual knowledge, individual wisdom, ancient wisdom. Things need to be expressed from individuals to like a collective remembrance. But the only way that that's possible is if we can look outside of the duality that we see in our current reality. It's interesting to look within myself and to see the cooperative components. The things that it's going to take to get to the point that we really want to be at. It's important to make a statement, but then reflect on it. To tell people how you feel, but be open to feeling the opposite. Because in the opposite of a negative emotion is the potential to switch that into something that you can use to create your dream. Your dream is different, and it's beautiful, and it's a fractal of a complete picture. But when that complete picture is looked at from the human mind, it's nearly impossible to see. You would have to have such an expansive and vast understanding of what we are in this wonderful system of creation that you'd be able to put that piece, all those pieces of the puzzle, into their proper location so it can all be understood. But without this understanding, it's going to be difficult to see that we're all interconnected and vitally depend upon one another. So, in conclusion, I think that our lives are based upon fate, and fate is something that we can direct, but usually it works out better when we put our request in and then we watch the cooperative components come together. And most of the time we don't need to interfere or place our egotistical mindset into the notion, because then we start to interfere with true fate, and then we start to go off on a timeline that is based upon a lie that we created instead of the universal truth of right now. And these are all my opinions, and I'm glad that you stopped a few minutes of your day to take a listen, and thank you so much. Take it easy now. Nicholas transcends every day. So do you.